Last weekend, on the ArchCast special, we went over the Trench Crusade debacle, which started with the game Trench Crusade, an upcoming skirmish-style wargame, gaining a tremendous amount of popularity, and then squandering the overwhelming majority of it by starting to ban people for political reasons, which saw the entire server they used to be on get wiped off the face of the earth and be turned into a desolate wasteland. Now, in that video where I laid out the course of events, I also said that if Trench Crusade would make their own dedicated Discord, as they were sharing a Discord with a very progressive magazine previously, then perhaps the best solution might be, if they truly are welcoming to anyone and everyone, to go on to their actual proper official Discord. Well, they've made one, and is it actually open to anyone? Well, let's have a look, shall we? These are their rules. Content channel guidelines, be kind and courteous, the usual stuff, but then no bullying or political topics. Okay, fantastic. No politics, right? That's the ideal solution to all of this. It's why I celebrated Helldiver's stance on no politics. Except, of course, we have a bit of a different definition of the word political here. Bullying of any kind is not allowed, and degrading comments about any personal characteristics or abilities will not be tolerated. Real-world political topics will be removed immediately and are grounds for probation's bans. We welcome people of all walks of life and are LGBTQ friendly welcoming. Aha. People's sexuality, gender are not political. Then wanting to know how that looks in this universe is not political. Now, we have talked about this on multiple occasions on this channel, but there is really only two reasons why you would write something like this. Either you are being actively malicious, you are understanding the doctrine of oppressive tolerance, and you are actively creating a space where left-wing politics will be accepted, whilst all other politics will be removed, or you are ignorant. Those are the only two options, and considering how many years this has been going on, I feel as if ignorance is becoming less and less of an excuse, because no, your sexuality, gender are political. What you are referring to here, as presuming ignorance, to be charitable, right? What you're assuming to here is the old traditional liberal idea that whatever you do in your bedroom is your own business and nobody else's business. A very nice idea that I personally quite subscribe to, but it is really terribly outdated at this point in time, due to the introduction of progressivist ideology, whose cause you have just lauded there, LGBTQ. That is a political designator, coming from the personal is political. We talked about this in the Everything is Political video, the organizational principles of this and the origins of it. This stems from second wave feminism, where second wave feminism decided that they were being told by the capitalist oppressors what was and was not political. For example, they could talk about this thing, which is political, but they could not talk about the private, which was not political. What you just mentioned, Trench Crusade moderator, gender and sexuality is non-political. Again, the old what stays in the bedroom is supposed to be nobody else's business, right? Well, the second wave feminists then said, no, the personal is political. Everything that is private about you is also a point of politics. It is a vector of oppression from the capitalist patriarchy. This eventually has far more recently evolved into intersectionality, where you can see, again, nationality, sexual orientation, abilities, gender, race, ethnicity, class. All of these things are political. If you don't know this by now, you are simply ignorant. Simple as. And the point of intersectionality is to build up a list of grievances that will advantage certain groups over others ad infinitum, which is why this seemingly simple circle will then grow into a larger circle. LGBTQ I plus disability, immigrants and people with limited English, unstably housed, history of incarceration, substance use disorder, survivors in later life, native indigenous, mental health disorder, who are we missing, black and brown survivors, and grow again, cisgender women, trans intersex, non-binary, etc., etc. The entire point of intersectionality is to grow for all eternity, and that is exactly what it is doing by making everything political, including the personal and the private. Again, this is either malice or ignorance. There is no other explanation. And let's go on a little bit further then. No propaganda. I find that one's interesting. No propaganda, respect anyone's privacy, no piracy or sales. Now, on the previous server, you did say that anyone was free to make any kit bashes you wanted whatsoever, and you would never insist on official miniatures, but, oh, well, details, I do suppose. So, no propaganda. We welcome fans of Trench Crusade, regardless of creed, but promoting any real-world ideology is not allowed. Well, again, no, you've already specifically allowed the promotion of real-world ideology, which is why I'm leaning towards ignorance in this case, but again, is ignorance a defense anymore? Not so sure. And respect anyone's privacy. Being part of this group requires mutual trust. Authentic, expressive discussion make group great, but may also be sensitive and private. What's shared in the channel should stay in the channel. In other words, don't call us out when we inevitably violate our own rules in favor of the left. Well, we'll see about that, as the propaganda part is rather interesting, as I saw a plentitude of people with the usual flags in their bios, and, well, that seemed to be fine. I saw discussions about these things, that seemed to be fine, and of course, Trench Crusade. Is an anarchist or communist faction possible? We accept no ideological talk on our servers. We condemn all real-world political ideologies. Wait, hold on. You want to talk about communism and anarchism? Well, welcome in. Now, to be fair, Reddit, not the Discord server, but this is also a place where they are supposedly active. And, God, again, your brain on leftism. You are in a world. Let me just read this, okay? But just imagine a communist faction fed up with the church and its bad decisions, leaving New Antioch to spread secular communist anarchist ideas, and also Christian anarchist communism ideas in various parts of Europe to form a Soviet Union. This is what I said again and again on the ArchCast. The thing with the left is they are incapable of separating reality from fiction. They have no mental capacity to delve into a universe and think in the position of that universe. In Trench Crusade, where literally God is on the side of the church, there is no secularism. There is only demons. When you are pinched between absolute good and absolute evil, there really is no middle ground. Any action, no matter how horrific, taken by Christianity in the name of literally God, is automatically going to be more morally just than anything you can come up from a secular standpoint in a universe where literally God is literally real and fighting a literal war with hell. That is, it's sheer absurdity. Not to mention, okay, you're gonna have a small offshoot faction of a handful of randos going, you know what, I know God is actually real. I know that we can actually observably see the power of Christ and the cross in this world. I know there are actual angels and shit here, and the demons, well, they're right over there trying to eat my babies, but I think there's a better solution. Communism. God. Let's not even get into how communism and fascism, its second child, sprung out from the fact that we were entering an era of unrivaled prosperity, and far too many people had far too much time on their hands and far too little actual problems to worry about. When you're currently fighting the hordes of hell, this is not going to be a concern, but we're wandering off the topics. Again, This rule right here is a very brazen declaration that no, everybody is not welcome. You are either in agreement to shut up about your politics and venerate the left, or nothing. That is the only option here. This is not a welcoming community. It is not open to everyone. It will prosecute and persecute you based on your political opinions and your affiliations, and they will actively, through either sheer malice or simple ignorance, push left-wing political agenda. Because the moment you agree to the principle that the left-wing's politics, again as demonstrated, are not politics, you have already lost, because you have placed their politics above all other politics. You have imbued it with automatic, totemic authoritarian power, where now anything can be done in the name of gender. You cannot argue against it because it's not political. It's merely gender. It's merely our position. You're not against our position, are you? You are not against what is right, are you? You're not a sexist, are you? Etc., etc. The moment this ground is ceded, there is no hope. Which is why I am going to leave a link to the fan Discord in the description down below. And any further content I do on Trench Crusade, including probably a lore video later this week, will include links to the fan Discord, where everyone is actually welcome, unlike the official Discord. Until next time, I have been Arch. Thank you all very much for listening, and I hope to see you all again soon. Have a good day.